In the mid-19th century, India was under British colonial rule, and the East India Company had been granted control of much of the country by the British government. The Indian War of Independence was a major uprising against British rule that began in 1857 and lasted for over a year. The War of Independence of 1857, also known as the Indian Rebellion of 1857, was a significant uprising against British rule in India. Here are some of the causes that led to the war. The causes of the rebellion were complex and varied, but some of the main factors were: economic exploitation. The British had imposed heavy taxes and land revenue, causing economic hardship and poverty among the Indian population. This led to resentment and frustration among the people, who saw their resources being drained away for the benefit of the British. The company's policies had led to widespread economic exploitation of Indian farmers and artisans, leading to widespread resentment and poverty. Social and religious factors. The British had introduced new laws and policies that threatened traditional Indian social and religious practices, such as the banning of Sati and the introduction of new land ownership laws. This caused outrage among many Indians, who saw their culture and traditions being undermined. The British administration was seen as being discriminatory towards Indian religions and social practices, leading to deep-seated grievances among the Indian population. Military grievances and greased cartridges controversy. The rebellion was sparked by a mutiny among Indian soldiers, or sepoys, who were serving in the British Indian Army. The sepoys were angered by a number of factors, including the use of animal fat in the new rifle cartridges, which went against their religious beliefs, and the introduction of new recruitment policies that threatened their livelihoods. In 1857, the British introduced new rifle cartridges that had to be bitten off before use. These cartridges were allegedly greased with cow and pig fat, which was seen as an insult to both Hindu and Muslim soldiers. Political factors. Many Indian leaders and intellectuals had been critical of British rule for years, and there was growing unrest and agitation for independence. The British administration also actively suppressed Indian political activities, leading to a sense of frustration and helplessness among Indian leaders. Conclusion. The spark that lit the fuse of the rebellion was the Sepoy Mutiny, which started in Meerut on May 10, 1857, when Indian soldiers, sepoys, rebelled against their British officers. The Indian leaders who emerged during the rebellion lacked a clear vision and strategy, leading to a disorganized and ultimately unsuccessful rebellion.